If you're wrongly convicted in England and Wales, you'll probably receive compensation, right? Well, the answer is probably not. Brian Buckle's story is one of many in this regard. Brian spent 5 years in prison being convicted on sex abuse charges in 2017. After this 5-year legal battle, the Court of Appeal quashed his conviction as it was unsafe and ordered a retrial. After a 3-week retrial, the jury returned a unanimous not guilty verdict in under an hour, a very quick time to retire after a 3-week-long trial. Why was Brian not given any compensation? There is a scheme that does provide compensation, which is called the Miscarriages of Justice Compensation Scheme. However, the criteria for this scheme was amended in 2014 by Section 175 of the Anti-Social Behaviour, Crime and Policing Act 2014 as follows. There has been a miscarriage of justice if, and only if, the new or newly discovered fact shows beyond reasonable doubt that the person did not commit the offence. In essence, the criminal burden of proof is reversed. Guilty until proven innocent in terms of compensation. The argument of introducing this is so that people who got off on legal technicalities weren't entitled to any compensation. However, the actual result of this change is that since 2016, 93% of requests for compensation for miscarriages of justice have been denied. Evidently, this goes far wider than the criteria originally targeted. Of course, there needs to be some standard set as to who is entitled to compensation and who isn't. However, the government picked the highest one possible, with the natural consequence being that nearly nobody is paid compensation for miscarriages of justice. In cases like Brian's, where he spent over £500,000 on legal representation to get his conviction overturned, it seems grossly unfair that he doesn't qualify for any compensation whatsoever. What do you think about the current position on miscarriages of justice and compensation?